Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and congratulations for being elected as the chairman of the committee and the Bureau, and also congratulations to my colleague, the vice chair. As we all know, the mandate of this unique committee of its kind at the United Nations, the mandate by the General Assembly, is to help the Palestinian people for the attainment of their inalienable rights, including their right to self-determination, statehood, and the right of the refugees to return. So this is the mandate legislated by the General Assembly for this committee, and this committee is working day and night in order to fulfill this mandate, which requires the end of this illegal occupation articulated by the ICJ, and for the two-state solution to become a reality. We are grateful for the committee for carrying out its mandate and continuing to work for this objective. It will be celebrating its 50th birthday very soon, and it will add to their activities through mandates from the General Assembly, not only to commemorate the International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian people in November 29, but as legislated by the General Assembly, we will start commemorating annually on the 15th of May, the day of Nakba for the Palestinian people. We in the state of Palestine and the Palestinian people are so grateful to this committee for its work and for all the efforts that it is putting in place in order to help the Palestinian people to attain their inalienable national rights, to accomplish their objectives for freedom and dignity. We know that the committee is also against all of the evil things that are happening against our people in the Gaza Strip. It was and still active at the legal front, also with legal teams in the ICJ and the ICC for the historic articulation of the ICJ of its advisory opinion, in which it characterized this occupation as being illegal, and therefore it has to be terminated as quickly as possible. In the many efforts and programs that we are involved in, the committee will be very active in the preparation for the international conference coming June in order to see this illegal occupation being terminated and the two-state solution to become a reality. We will also have the committee very active in the effort of the international alliance, the global alliance for the two-state solution, composed of 85 member states and groups and agencies. And the committee, of course, because of its mandate to attain the inalienable rights of the Palestinian people, will be active in this global alliance. The committee is extremely active in the defense of UNRWA for the continuation of its noble work for serving the 6 million plus Palestine refugees through a mandate given to it by the General Assembly, and no country has the power to change that mandate illegally, as the state of Israel tried, to do. So we are grateful for what the committee is doing, along with more than 125 countries at the United Nations, in defending UNRWA, in funding UNRWA, in continuing the work of UNRWA until there is a just political solution to the refugee questions through the implementation of Resolution 194 of the General Assembly. The committee is very active in many things, and we are grateful, for this effort of the committee. It is the last committee of its kind in the United Nations. It has a mandate from the General Assembly. It is well respected by the great majority of member states, and we are proud in the state of Palestine that we have this committee at the United Nations to help us for the attainment of our inalienable rights. With regard, you might ask, of some of the statements that were made recently, that that the idea of kicking the Palestinian people over from the Gaza Strip, I just want to tell you that during the last 24 hours, statements from heads of states of Egypt, of Jordan, of the State of Palestine, of Saudi Arabia, and many countries, including countries who spoke in the debate in the room behind us during the meeting of the committee, they condemn these efforts. There is global consensus on not allowing forced transfer to take place, ethnic cleansing to take place. We Palestinians love every part of the State of Palestine. We love the Gaza Strip. It is part of our DNA. Our people marched in few hours in the span of 2 days from the south to the north, more than 400,000 of them, to go to the rebels in the northern Gaza in order to start cleaning around their destroyed homes. These are our homes. This is a very precious part of the State of Palestine, and we will never leave it. We will clean it, we'll reconstruct it, we will rebuild it, we will make it a very beautiful part of the State of Palestine. We do not need anyone to kick us out in order to do something else in it. And there is consensus among the Arabs and the Muslims on this issue, because it was decided in 2 summits in Riyadh during the course of the year 2024, twice the summits of the Arabs and the Muslims, in which they said, we fight against the crime against humanity of displacement, whether internally or from Gaza, outside Gaza. There is no place for us except Palestine, and Gaza is an important part of Palestine. We want the ceasefire to be permanent. We want all provisions of the agreement to be implemented, and we want this aggression against our people in the northern part of the Gaza Strip to be stopped. We condemn it, and we want the Israeli forces to withdraw from Jenin, from the refugee camp of Jenin, from Tulkarem, from the refugee camp of Tulkarem, from the northern part of the West Bank, from all of the West Bank. We want the end of this illegal occupation. Thank you very much. You know, the media is a good friend of the cause of Palestine. We appreciate your work. We appreciate covering the stories related to Palestine. You are a very important part of the struggle for justice for the Palestinian people, and we thank you for your work. Thank you very much.